Hey guys, Lioconvoy here. I'm a bit late about this stuff, but I'll jump on in. This video is going to be something of an exercise in what false equivalence is. Just a bit of forewarning though, I personally don't cuss. I often edit vulgarities out of other audio as well. But due to this topic, I will not be doing so in this video. Also, this video has nothing directly to do with the Vic-Mignogna accusations or court cases. Don't bring it into my comment section. If you're here to rage in the comments about that, I will mock you for being literally too stupid to follow basic directions. Let's begin. A couple of weeks ago, some outtake audio from Funimation got leaked. These audio clips contained a variety of different things, from general insults to slurs, and even a rape skit. This is what got the internet buzzing about them initially, and when people started voicing that the outtakes upset them, people brought up the Thundercats outtakes as an example of this happening before. Some of them even used it as a cudgel of sorts. This is where I come in and take issue with this comparison. So that's what we're doing here today, because ultimately it's a false equivalence. For those of you who don't know, false equivalence is when people make a comparison of equality based on surface similarities, when the truth is that they're not equitable. This is a logical fallacy for this reason. Is the Funimation leak a false equivalence to the Thundercat outtakes? Yes, and I'm going to tell you why. Firstly, let's talk about the nature of an outtake. Outtakes generally happen when a voice actor flubs their lines or struggles with other aspects, much like this.
Let's find the mega condenser. I'm saying that too fast. Let's find the mega condenser. Still going too fast.
What's wrong, Lion-O?
Oh, fuck, here it is again.
What's here again?
That thing, that mega thing.
Want me to say it?
Yes!
It's off the cuff, spontaneous. That's the literal nature of outtakes. They're neither planned nor scripted. Some of the clips from the Funimation leaks, however, are clearly scripted skits done with the company equipment, like this one.
Go on. I was like, yes! I was just like, right there!
With the first example, you can tell Larry Kinney is having a difficult time with the line, and it leads organically to humor. With the second example, we have no context for anything concerning the original line, which leads me to believe it's not actually an outtake. Next, we look at the differences in severity between them. This is the absolute worst and most raunchiest thing said in the Thundercats outtakes.
I want to see your tits, my dear.
And for fairness, here are two from the sister production of Silverhawks.
I'm going to put this one right between her pretty.
That's the line of the show right here.
Monstar's headed for the casino, and he's going to tear me and Poker Face apart!
Lady, you got more nerve than a bareback bronco buster. What do you think, Skip?
We've got to do it, cowboy. That's what we're here for.
Why don't we fuck her first?
All three of these, though off color, are nowhere near as disgusting as the ones that came from the Funimation leaks. In comparison, they're completely tame. This is likely due to the fact that the voice actors on Thundercats were this odd thing called professionals. They knew where the line was, and for some added shade, they also had a range in their voices, unlike the Funimation actors. But that's just me being mean. Compare that to the skit where Yamcha was raped, as was Dende, one of these being a child character, that I am actually not going to play here directly. I have some people that watch me that I know have been victims of sexual assault, so a link to the audio will be in the description for you to pause and listen to if you feel so inclined to do so. You'll have to forgive me if I'm not stupid enough to equivocate those clips as all being the same, because they're not from every angle. There's also other issues with the Funimation leaks, that being they might violate company policy depending on how you read it, and the further issue of some of these voice actors not only mocking sexual assault victims, but being general hypocrites. Humor is subjective, and I understand that. I'm not going to crap on the Funimation actors for the leaks in and of themselves, but I will say it shows some moral inconsistency in their public conduct versus their private conduct. And as we should all know by now, your character isn't what you do publicly, but what you do when you think no one is watching. There is a drastic difference between actual flubs, wherein no slurs or rape humor was ever used, to our knowledge, and planned out skits that make jokes about characters that are children being raped. You're welcome to laugh at what you want. Though, frankly, I find child rape jokes absolutely disgusting, and chances are we're not going to get along if you use them regularly. But playing pretend that they're the same thing is disingenuous at best and an outright lie at worst. Stop trying to use the Thundercats outtakes to silence people that don't like what the Funimation actors have said. And also stop trying to pretend that they're the same when they clearly aren't from conception to release. You're not a very smart person if you do. Because hearing Snarf cuss isn't the same as role-playing child rape. Good lord, why do I even have to explain this? And until next time...
Keep your foot off that blasted Somo flag!
Special thanks to my patrons Avis, Hateful Tate, and Harry Partridge. Check out my Patreon and see if you'd like to support me. Until next time, take care.